It is time once again for the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mega Tournament, where we are still playing PAX Pamir. It's our second session. Last time, we pretty much just kind of got started. I mean, there's some drama happening here in Persia. The drama being there's like armies there, and the armies are of different sides, so that's some drama. Our loyalties right now, you can't even see Banana. There we go. Banana is British, as is Giraffe, and then Dancing Bear is in favor of the Russians, or they're in favor of her, and Smudge, who is being covered by the Afghan card, is covering the Afghans. Alright, so we have to add to the market, and we're starting again with our start player, and that's Banana. So let's take a look at our market. Maybe I can play with the camera a bit while we're doing this, just to zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay. I don't know if that's any better. Can you really see that? It'll be like the camera, the lighting, the talker, and the player. Alright. Okay, so looking at the situation, militarily the British are in a bad place. That's not necessarily the worst thing. She could focus on something else. Banana does not have a lot of money though, so really we just need to think about these four cards here. What does she want to do? She probably doesn't want to campaign, even though she could for free. She could actually campaign and move out of there, but there's no roads. So maybe if we look to, nope, there's no commercial cards available to her in her price range, right? Because this is the closest one, and that would be in Kabul, so that's not even useful. Kabul is in the north there, and the situation is down here. So she probably won't be able to make use of that free campaign on her card. Now what she could do is she could, well, it wouldn't be, yeah, I'm thinking about like doing something with taxation, just to get some money. She would need to get some tribes down. She could do that, but the tribes aren't anywhere near anyone. Wouldn't be anywhere near anybody. That Persia card is pretty nice though. The one in the front there, I don't know if you can see that this is a Persia card, Gaham, Magham, Farahani. Just because it's a 3 card and it's right there, that wouldn't be bad. Would give her, and let's see, it's an intelligence card. Those increase your hand limit. Is that right? Yeah, and the political cards increase your tableau. So she could just start collecting cards for later if she gets that card down and get like a really high hand limit. Her hand limit would be 4 if she gets this card. I think that's good for Banana. So she'll go ahead and take the Persia card, and I think so I'm just trying to decide which side of her tableau to go on. So that matters the most with these informant cards to some degree, because they don't have to travel as far if they're close to something. So she puts it here. She's right next to Giraffe. I don't know if she wants to do that kind of aggression yet, but Giraffe has a lot of spies there. If she goes this way, she can maybe poke at Dancing Bear and Smudge more easily with them, especially since they have travel and assassinate. So she'll go ahead and throw down 3 spies on that. That's 2 actions, and now we will move on. So let's head on back over here. Now, since I have a hardwired internet connection now, I might be able to like up the video quality, but what I found was, last time I streamed before this hiatus, I was doing like a Friday video game stream just for fun, and I found the video was really choppy, but I thought that was because the video game was also running on the computer and the internet was poor where I was at. But I went to do this video yesterday, not this video, but the last one, and it was also choppy. So then I found out that it was just the resolution was too high. So I don't know, but I might be able to change the upload resolution. I don't know if that makes a difference to you, but I'm looking at the screen right now. It's kind of at a distance from me, and it's a little out of focus. That might just be a focus issue and not something else. I can make it more out of focus. Yeah, I think that's as best as we can get. And it might just be a lighting issue as well. Okay, so I don't know if I can fix that unless I'm just constantly changing lighting and everything, and I don't know. So we'll just have to take my word for it what these cards are, I think, and I'm not going to worry about focusing in on those too much. We'll zoom out one tick and go on to Giraffe. So Giraffe, she's got quite a bit more money, so we've got a lot of choices for her. Now the obvious one would be to pick up this one right here, which would give her some points in favor of the British, and also get some nice armies down on the board for the British. The armies can't go anywhere because they have no infrastructure yet. I don't know how military Giraffe is, but that's just such a nice card for her. It's a 3-star card, so I think she kind of has to take it. And I think she will put it closer in her tableau to Banana. The reason why is because Banana's less likely to want to get rid of that, right? Well, no, she could bribe it. That would be an issue. I'm trying to think. If someone assassinates that card, do all the armies go away? Is that what happens? Let's look at assassinate. Here's where we learn the game. Okay, you can either accept it as a loyalty prize. Oh. Yeah, she definitely wants it away. So so she'll put it over on this side. She does not want Banana to take it as a loyalty prize. And she's going to put 3 down in Punjab. Actually, she doesn't have to put it down. She could take 2 cards. Maybe we should look at that option. We don't want to get too excited. I like that Baluchi chiefs right here because it's got a garrison as well as tribes. So the tribes are nice, but they kind of need military to protect them. Otherwise, as we saw last time, what happened to Smudge's people in Persia is they just got killed right away. So garrison gives them an army that goes with them. I mean, it's just one army, but that's still some protection. You can't just come in and slaughter them. So maybe she'll just pick up that card as well and just have some options for later, because she's got a hand limit of 4 thanks to her intelligence going on here. Campaign, she could travel without roads to get the military out of Persia, and she might want to do that. So let's look at the campaign action. You have to bear with me as I remind myself of all these rules. Baggage train. If there is no road, you may pay 1 rupee to each of the 2 rightmost cards. This is going to be using all her money. Yeah, so she's going to use a free campaign action because the military struggle is the regime right now. And pay those there, and then just get this guy out of there. In fact, she'll poke it at Herat. That protects Banana's tribe. She's going to take it to Trans-Caspian. Okay. There we go. I kind of like that move. And we'll move all these down. And we have lots of commercial cards coming our way on the market. See on the right there? There's 6 commercial cards. These are all commercial cards. All right. Now to Dancing Bear. Bing! Dancing Bear, she's looking at... Now, she could campaign... One reason I like that move is she got out of there, so that's just leaving the Russians facing the Afghans in Persia. So they have to decide whether to fight it out. Now, chances are they might not want to, just because even though, the sides are even, right? And the Russians, the British, and the Afghans are playing a 3-person game. Our real people here are playing a 4-person game, and 2 are ostensibly working for the same side. So they get like an extra turn. So they're more likely to want to gang up on the British. But we still have to look at how Dancing Bear can improve Russia's favor, since no one else is going for Russia right now. Oh, she could boost her attack by 1 rank. Does that help at all? I think that, does that just change the number of things that can... I was looking at her Russia favor card. So yeah, that wouldn't matter right now. Okay. So let's look at what she might buy. She's got a butt ton of money. So she can get whatever she wants. Now, I don't think she wants to just straight up attack Smudge. Let him do that on his turn if he wants to. Keep the resources. Now she could get some people down here. And I think if you have people there, they have to pay you in order to do an action. And I think she likes that a lot. So let's look at what that is. Play. Cost to play, you must pay 1 rupee for each tribe in the location matching the card of the tribe's owner. So that's a way to kind of like maintain control, right? You make it expensive for people to act there, so then you kind of get that space, right? Unless they want to overwhelm you militarily or do some backdoor thing with some spies. So I think she'll go ahead and take that card here. Hajj Mirza Agassi. And this will also improve her tableau limit. So right now I think the limit is 3, so this will bump it up to 5. And she'll put that on Smudge's side just because he doesn't have any spies, and that just seems a little safer. Into Persia here, it would switch it to military struggle. That's not going to happen, but now she has the bribe ability. She has a lone spy, so she can use that spy to bribe in the future. And I think that's where she will stick. And we move on now to Smudge. Now, does Smudge want a campaign? I wish I remembered who attacked him last time. I think it was the British, so I don't know that he wants to necessarily go after Dancing Bear, at least not for vengeance purposes. All right, looking out here, how can he help the Afghan people? He can... Now we got that nice $2 card in the top left-hand portion of the market there. That wouldn't be bad. Just to get a spy. What skills does it have? It has travel and bribe. He kind of wants one with a counter espionage, but he's not going to just... This one does, but he wouldn't have a... Well, it would give him a spy. But then if they get any military there, it would take them a while though. But he's not for sure going to be able to get any military there either. There's no military card showing. His hand limit's 1, so he's going to have to just take 1. Now, this is kind of... I think this is a Smudge move. He's going to go here, get this Trans-Caspian card, poke it on the Russia side. I think that feels more comfortable. So that's going to put 2 military down in Trans-Caspian. He's used both of his actions, but he still has a free action with the campaign here. So he can go ahead and campaign against this guy, knock him out, and just kind of beat the British up a little bit because they destroyed his tribes, which was very sad, if you recall, last time on the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mega Tournament. Quick question, if you're watching this now or later, do you prefer there to be some light background music, or do you prefer the silence between my speech? Which do you like better? I think I probably would prefer the light background music, but I don't know. I don't go back and watch these, so I don't think it matters. And I don't have my headphones on now, so I can't hear the light background music. It would be too distracting. Back around to Banana. Now, Banana's low on money. There's that card sitting there, right here, which has 3... What's the coinage? What's the coinage called? I don't want to say dollars. It's got a name. Rupees. 3 rupees on it. Would improve her intelligence. She's pretty good with the intelligence, though. She's She doesn't have the bribe ability, which is on there. One thing I want to check next time I'm checking the rulebook is if they have a free action, do you just get to do it once, or if you have multiple cards with the free action, do you get to do it multiple times? I think it's probably the latter, but I want to make sure before I do that, because then it wouldn't be bad to have like 2 cards with travel on it. That wouldn't be such a waste. But she might also, I think Banana wants to get some commerce going. I think even more so though, she wants the money. So I think she's going to go ahead and take this card for sure. She does not like being poor. Now, does she want to play it, or does she want to take another card, or else do an action? She could travel some of her spies around. I'm asking you a question. There's no answer. All right. Well, if she takes another card, she's limited to the bottom row. The Punjab card, we already talked about the issue with that. There's no military to defend it, and it could be that someone else gets the military. The Kabul card, she could start getting some roads and get her money back if she takes that card. I mean, she'd pay 1 to take the card, and then she'd get 1 back by picking it up. And that gives her gifts. I don't really like the gifts action, but I understand why it's there. I feel like it's probably better for later in the game. It just gives you points, but it ties up your cubes to do it, right? It gives you points towards your thing. Though that could give her favor early on, and the game could end, after. But we got several cards before that. There's no British military down. No military cards coming up. The British have no... Maybe she wants to start using her spies. Now, if you assassinate... Let's look at assassinate again, because that's what she would be doing with her spies. She'd be traveling in order to assassinate. See, I thought you would maybe be able to get rid of armies if you assassinated an army card, but I guess that's not the case. I think she will just go ahead and pick up this Punjab counter-espionage card. So that gives her another spy, and then she can defend her spies. Right. Okay. Onward we go to Giraffe. I'm trying to do this every weekday at 6 Central Standard Time. But it's hard on a day like today because it's really sunny out. And I live in the Pacific Northwest, where it's oftentimes rainy. So, and I feel like we're getting towards that rainy season, so I kind of want to make use of these days when it's sunny out. I can tolerate the rain, but I do love some sunshine as well, and I miss it when it's gone for so long. But we'll press on. I like doing this too. Okay, so we're over to Giraffe. She's got a couple cards that she's holding here. Her hand limit is 4, so she could just keep picking up cards and then play cards whenever she wants. Oh, too bad she didn't get that Punjab card. Someone else, Banana got it. I think she'll probably play this Kandahar card. Yeah, because she'll need that in order to put more things into her tableau. So she'll play that first because she knows she wants to do that. That's going to give her a tribe there. And then, what does the commerce action do? For each rank, take 1 rupee from any market card. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And we got those boring gifts. I guess it's important to get some infrastructure going. She could get roads into Persia. but then she's just going to be taxed. So that's not good. Now there is another Kandahar card. She has no money, so never mind. She's not going to do that. She could just do the commerce action and get $1. Or she could just pick up the Kabul card and get $1. She doesn't want the Persia card. Now the Herat card isn't bad, but she wouldn't get $1. And she would like to have some more options later. Well, in the Herat card, she's subject to tax too. Yeah, I think she'll go ahead and pick up this Kabul card. Because that gives her $1, and then she can always put a road from Kabul to Kandahar in case she wants to keep building up in Kandahar and move out. I don't know. I'm no expert on this game. I'm just feeling through it. I really don't know what I should be doing or what the real people should be doing. So we're just kind of taking it as a process, enjoying that process, and accepting that process. All right, over now to Dancing Bear, our Russian ballerina to be. She's got a butt ton of money still. What does she want to do with it? Okay, she wants to increase her place in Persia and work out from there. So there's that nice Persia card up here. Let's look at the top row. Maybe you can see in bold. You can maybe kind of work that out with that saying. Persia's there. That's the only Persia card there is. So she may as well just get it, right? Oh, but she doesn't want to put a road on going to Herat. She could put 2 roads going for... I think you could put multiple roads. Let's look. She could put 2 roads going from Persia to Trans-Caspian. That's a little inefficient, but then she's not going to be taxed by the Herat here. The Herati, Bananas Herati. I'm pretty sure you can. But that the one thing about this game I remember is you gotta keep in mind is that you're limited in your cubes and you're limited in your cylinders. So if you're putting down a bunch of roads, you're not gonna have any armies, or your empire's not gonna have any armies. The one that you're backing. But the card's also leveraged, which is nice. I think she wants to be efficient with it though. So she's going to go ahead and pluck that up, keeps her money the same, and throw it down. It's $1, and I realize we're going to probably run out of space down here. I'll have to do some retooling so they're running into it. I can do that later. I think we'll have enough time. All right, and she'll just keep it away from the spies. The British seem to have a lot of spies right now, and Smudge doesn't have any. So she's got that down. She's going to go ahead and put one on either side just because that's more useful later on, even if right now it runs her into some tax problems potentially. She's got a lot of money, and that's not the end of the world. A topple. Okay, so now we got to really think about how people are doing in victory and be aware of that. You don't even get to see the topple card. See? A topple. All right, let's look at the topple. Let's just dig into it, okay? Okay, the topple. When a topple is purchased from the market, the game ends. If an empire gains supremacy, if the final topple, supremacy, an empire achieves supremacy if it has both more cube cylinders of the current regime's mode, so right now that's military, than all other empires combined, and at least 1 cube cylinder of each mode. Okay, so no one has that for military, right? Because if we look, we've got 2, 2, and 1. 2 is not greater than 3, right? Now, let's look at who has 1 of each. Let's just think about that right now. Banana's got a spy, she's got a tribe, and she's got military down, right? Giraffe does not have any tribes. Oh, she does have a tribe. Never mind. It's Smudge who doesn't have any tribes. Smudge is missing on tribes and military. The only person who has one of each is Dancing Bear. So if she can switch it to the economic struggle, then she would win because she has double everyone else in that. But it's not her turn now. So people are going to probably want to get some roads down. And there isn't even a card down there that switches it to economic in our market here. So I think she's pretty safe. All right, let's go over to Smudge. Smudge, he's in the Trans-Caspian. He could get his first spy. That would be something to be proud of. But I think he wants to think, ooh, actually that's a nice card for him right here. If he goes to this Harati card, this is kind of a mixed thing for him. It gives him 2 roads, which is nice because now no one can really win right now. Well, unless an intelligence war, we're getting close to maybe where Banana could win an intelligence war or a giraffe, but there's too many spies down there. Yeah, Banana's 1 spy away, but that gives him a person in Herat, a military in Herat. So it lets him threaten Banana's place there while his remains protected. Bad thing about it is this right here is going to be in his own tableau, so he can't put a spy on it to count it as a point later on, but no one else is competing for Afghanistan right now, so he's not even worried about that. No sweat. All right, so we'll put that down right here. And go ahead and get those things processed. Okay. An Afghan. Oh, now he is ahead in the military struggle. It's 4-3. Yeah. So, if he can get a spy down, then he's in victory range for this current regime. Is what's going on. All right. But that would be, he can't do it in 1 turn, so people have 2 turns to beat him because he doesn't have a spy card in his hand, and he doesn't have, so you would have to pick one up and play it. So he can't pick one up and play it and then also get the topple card. Can't do both. That's 3 actions. All right. We'll go 1 more round through people and then be done, I think. I like to keep them around 30 minutes, but I like to end them so that I remember whose turn it is. All right. So we always want to start with Banana. Okay, so what's Banana looking at? She's looking at, she would like to get some military down, but that's not an option. She's looking at her tribe in Herat is in trouble. Oh, I forgot he needs to put down some roads. We'll go to Kabul. Oh, now, does he had to pay her, I think. Right? Because she had a tribe there. Okay, I got to do that first. Glad I caught that, because that would have been an injustice if that did not happen. All right. Play. Okay. Yeah, just has to pay her 1. But now if she does something there, she has to pay him 1. Unless there's a rule that says unless you have a tribe there. I don't think there is, though. Oh, you can negotiate it, but she wants the dollar. Or the rupee. Okay, so Punjab. I'm looking at her cards right now. She's got a Punjab tribe card, and she's got a Persia card. I think what she wants to do is she wants to get her spies up in case she can change it to an intelligence war, and actually see a card there that is an intelligence war card. So she works towards that and can surprise them with an intelligence war and then take the topple. So I think that's what she wants to do. So she's going to take this bank, this card called Bank, and go ahead and play this Jean-Francois Allard to get another spy down. Yeah, because there's nothing there's nothing she can do to protect that guy. Oh, unless she campaigns. Yeah, she'll do that. She's going to do that too, for free, because it's a military struggle. She's going to campaign to move this over. She had to pay the 2 coins up there. And now her tribe is protected. So if Smudge wants to attack her tribe, it's going to have to go through the British army first. Okay, so she could potentially win on her next turn, depending on where that cobble card or that topple card is, because she's got more spies than everyone else, and she's got 1 of each category. All right, things are getting exciting. Here's a tricky thing. If I were playing this with people, I mean, they probably wouldn't be aware of that, because there's so many factors and they're just learning the game. But maybe if they knew the game. Okay, so Giraffe has a counter to Flush right now. Smudge right now, not Flush. She can put down the army of the Indus. Oh, but actually Banana wouldn't be able to win the game. She'd be winning the game for Giraffe, right? Because Giraffe has the favor. Okay, so she's got to somehow get favor away as well. She can do that with her spies, but it's going to take her a couple turns. So she wouldn't be able to win her next turn. Never you mind. All right, so we're going to put down the army of the Indus, which beefs up the British military thing there. So Smudge can't win on that. And then she's also going to want to... I guess take this. What's her? Oh, she's at her tableau limit. So she's not going to be able to play any more cards. So she could go ahead and campaign. Or she could just pick up a card just for money. I think she'll do that just so she has some options later on. And maybe she wants to start using her spies. Yeah, so Banana doesn't have any counter espionage, so she will travel a spy. I think this spy over here. So that's going to give her even more favor. You didn't see what I did. Sorry. She traveled a spy from Charles Mason to this stripe here. If you have a spy on that stripe and that stripe is in someone else's tableau, that counts as an influence towards your empire of choice in this case. Or whatever empire you put it on. You could do it on another empire. You could maybe get favored status in multiple empires, I'm guessing. All right, let's go to Dancing Bear. Dancing Bear, so now let's look. Let's look at our military situation. The British have 4, the Afghans have 4, so she's not too worried about that. She's going to just kind of chill. Let's look at our cards. Let's see what's available. She can only put down 1 more card in her tableau. And does she have any other interesting actions? She could tax, which would be pretty good. Oh, but Smudge only has $1. She could only tax Smudge. Because if she just has all the money, then no one can. I mean, people are really hurt for options. She might just tax Smudge anyway, just because there's not a lot else for her to do. And that's a fine thing to do. But maybe we should think about how she could get that topple working for herself. Okay, so again, there's no military card. Oh, there's 1 military card in the tableau, but it would put her in for the Afghans when she plays it. Now, what I wonder, so if it makes her for the Afghans, does that happen before or after the military goes down? Because let's see. Smudge would still be in favor of the Afghans. They would still be in favor of him. So putting herself in favor and bumping up their military would not be helpful to her. All right, so she's not going to jump ship right now. I was looking at this military card up here, which would make it so that, well, just make the Afghans even with everyone else. They need to be better in military in order to have military supremacy. Yeah, the Herat Commerce card isn't that great, but it does give her money. The Trans-Caspian card isn't great because there's military there. Yeah, she just doesn't have great options. I think she will just go ahead and tax Smudge, take his dollar, and then pick up this Herat card. She is just going to get a bunch of money. There we go. Or maybe she wants to take the Trans-Caspian Agamedi instead of wheat fields. It's one less dollar, but she could get more spies down. And I think she'll wait on that. I don't think she's actually interested in playing this card. She's just getting it for the money. Okay, let's slide it down. We'll do our final turn for the session, this episode of the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mega Tournament, where we'll go to Smudge. Smudge knows he needs some spies. There's a spy there, and now that'll fill up his tableau if he takes that card. But he doesn't really have any other choices. And he likes the ability to assassinate. He thinks that's pretty cool. So I think he'll go ahead and take this card. Put it there. Pretty straightforward. Gets a coin, a rupee. And that'll be it for this episode of the Real People Multi-Game Solitaire Mega Tournament. We're close to our first topple card. Someone might take it. I wonder. I seem to remember if the topple card makes it to the end and no one takes it, then it just happen? I think that might be it. Maybe I should spend a little time reading. I'm trying to learn Pax Renaissance at the same time, so I haven't really been reading this rule book. It wouldn't take me long to just brush up on it, I think. But so maybe I should do that. It wouldn't take me that long. Would make things run smoother. I don't know. All right, but we'll see you next time. Probably tomorrow, unless something happens. So usually I'm free at this time, but occasionally I'm not. It kind of depends. Like if my son wants to go to the game store, I'm going to take him tomorrow, and then I won't do this. But if he doesn't want to, then I'll probably do this. All right, we'll see you then. Bye.